Waiting to see the next part of the entertainment. But before we go to the next part, let us have a few thoughts on how we see of the vision of homeopathy in this region, and how we would like to spread the word of our master in this region, and how we would like to see it develop. The seeds of homeopathy were first sown in the UAE by Dr. Sajjad Behchat and Dr. Ismail Seif in their vision of giving legitimacy to homeopathic practice in this region. And homeopathy was officially recognized in UAE 2001. The spread and propagation of homeopathy was further enhanced by the efforts of Madam Amina Al-Haidan and Dr. Saifullah Adamji. Now this vision is being carried forward by all of you who are helping to spread the essence of homeopathy all around you, in all the Emirates of UAE and also in this region. We are grateful to the health authorities here for their immense support, and we look forward to a bright future for homeopathy in UAE and also in our neighboring countries. I would like to invite our panelists to please join in. Dr. Ihab Meki, Dr. Ismail Seif, Madam Amina. Madam Amina is not there. Dr. Mohammad, Kamil, we are honored to have you be with us, and I'm sorry we interrupted you earlier, but now we will give you a platform to please express your views.
Dr. Vanita, Madam is also there in case she wants to join.
Oh, Madam, we would be honored. Please join us. We would like you also to be a part of the panel. And Dr. Saifullah Adamji and Dr. Sajjad Behchat. Dr. Ritu, can you please spotlight all of them?
Yes, I'm doing that. Is Madam Amina, she's there? Does she want to join in, or only Dr. Kamil?
You can add both.
I'm trying to do for both of them.
Dr. Saifullah, Dr. Ismail Seif.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
I'm here, Vanita.
Dr. Ismail is here.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm just spotlighting them. 1 minute.
Yeah, just spotlight them, please.
But you can start in the meanwhile, I think.
Okay. So without wasting much time, let us start with our expert panel. Dr. Ihab, we will start with Dr. Ihab.
All of them
Dr.
are there.
Ihab has,
yeah, all of them are there.
Yeah, yes. Madam Amina is not here. If she's a part, please add Madam Amina also, Dr.
I think I'm not able to add her, but okay, we can just start,
okay.
And if I'm able to, then
yes. Dr. Ihab, we will start with Dr. Ihab. Dr. Ihab has always impressed me with his passion for popularizing homeopathy amongst the Arab and expatriate population in UAE. He, along with Dr. Santosh, have been giving us insights into the pathophysiological actions of the remedies as well as the diseases. He has been practicing homeopathy in UAE since 2008 and has seen it evolve from its novice stage to the present form, and is full of ideas of how he would like to see it flourish in future. I call on Dr. Ihab to please share his views with us. Dr. Ihab, please.
Thank you very much, Dr. Vanita. Thank you very much. This part is very extremely important to think about the vision in order to improve the future of homeopathy in this country and the Gulf in general. A few years ago, if you visit any pharmacy, it is hardly to get natural product. They want to keep natural product. Normally, this product is kept in the shop, herbal shop, in the stores. But nowadays, if you visit any pharmacy, you will find the natural products are more than the chemical protects, and they are very expensive and is not covered up by insurance. And still you'll find people are crazy to take it. And still you find people are crazy to have it. What do you understand from this? What it comes in your mind when you see this phenomenon? What it goes to your mind when you see this phenomenon? It means there is major shift in the mentality of the people. There is shift in the mind of those people. Start move from the chemical to non-chemicals, from conventional to non-conventional. It means people start to realize. It means people start to understand this medicine is the real medicine. It means the future is the future of natural way of treatment in this country. It means the future is the future of complementary medicine in this country. That means this is our time. That means this is our opportunity. That means this is our chance. And before we think about this opportunity, we have to ask ourselves where we stand in the eyes of you people, or how the people in UE look at us. Over here, people are familiar with acupuncture. They are familiar with herbal. They are familiar with cupping therapy. They are familiar with chiropractic, not with homeopathy. People over here are not familiar with homeopathy. It is not about accept it or not. It is not about like it or not, because they don't know. They are not aware about homeopathy. Majority of population of UE, they are not understand about homeopathy. 20 years have passed since the introduction of homeopathy to UE. We are approaching 20 years, and majority of the people are not understand, and they don't know what is the meaning of homeopathy, except Asian community, except Indian community, except Pakistan community, except Bangladesh community, because those people, they are familiar of homeopathy right from beginning, from their country of origin. They understand its value. They understand their importance. They understand their benefit. And that is it. They are not came to UE and learn about homeopathy. They already know it about homeopathy. They're already familiar about homeopathy. And that is the reason you'll find that majority of the patients from Asian community, because they understand about homeopathy. What about Filipino community? There's a lot of people from Philippines. They are not aware about homeopathy in UE. If you ask anyone from Philippines, he doesn't know about homeopathy. What about Arab community? There is large community from Morocco, from Egypt, from Sudan, from Syria, from Iraq, from Palestine, from Jordan. 90% of them, they don't know what is homeopathy. 20 years have passed, and still majority of population, they are not aware there is something called homeopathy. Therefore, and we have done a lot of conference, we have done a lot of presentation, we have done a lot of seminar to promote homeopathy. What is went wrong? We have to ask ourselves, what is went wrong? We did a lot of conference, presentation, but I realized that we are promoting homeopathy. We are promoting homeopathy to homeopath. We are promoting homeopathy to practitioner. We are promoting homeopathy to doctors, and we ignore the most important people. We ignore the public. We ignore the patient. In written, they ignore us. In written, they are not familiar with us. And therefore, I think we have to think smart. And I think it has come the time to come down to explain homeopathy to the people, to explain to teach them, to the public, to the patients. And I think it is the most important step. And we should cover all community of Filipino, community of China, community of Arab people, community of Russian. We have to cover all of them, because this science, as we know, is wonderful. but still now is not reach all people in UAE. And we have to work for this. And then only we'll have better future for homeopathy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Ihab. I now will call upon Dr. Ismail Seif. Dr. Ismail Seif was the principal of the Government Homeopathic College in Trivandrum, and he was instrumental in practicing homeopathy here many, many, many years ago. He is the chairman of the International Forum of Promoting Homeopathy, which is doing a fantastic job in promoting homeopathy all over the world by organizing daily Zoom meetings during the pandemic. So far, I think, as far as I know, they have concluded more than 220 meetings with speakers from all over the world. Sir, we would like to invite you to hear your views, please.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. I'm very happy to inform you all. You are given a great privilege to me because I'm not supposed. I left Dubai years before. Now I am seeing my friends, Alphonse, Sasan, Shah Jahan is my student. Everybody is happy and everybody doing a good practice. I'm very much happy with all that one. Because when I started, I given the institution of homeopathy, starting in Dubai, Sasan was the coordinator of the complementary medicine. He was helping me so much. And he was given the guidelines, everything. That's why we started homeopathy in Dubai. And my vision is, because once I got a very bad experience with one of the officers, I'm not mentioning the name, because it is not good for that. So yeah, I was shown this, our mathematical book was thrown out, and very he said that it's nonsense. I'm not even not allow here. That time I promised myself, I take an oath myself, I will do the best for homeopathy in UAE. After this success, we both, and he was tremendously worked hard, and finally we succeeded the appreciation of the homeopathy 2001. After that, at that time I was the principal of the homeopathy college, Calicut. Not Trivandrum, Calicut. Trivandrum I worked at Lodi Superant for 20 months already. The remaining years I worked at Calicut already. As a joined as a tutor and professor, assistant professor, Superant, principal like that. My career, entire career was in the Calicut College. So I was very much thankful to all the Arab peoples who are helping me. Sasani, one of my friends is Saleh Mubarak Khalaf, Abu Dhabi, the Russell Kaima, and the former custom director, Bosit Ubaid. Then some of the Arab peoples are helping me so much. And Mohammad, that Kalfan's cousin, Mohammad, he was no more now. And they are all helping me back to promote the homeopathy here. Finally, I achieved homeopathy by 2001, and my ambition to conduct an international congress. I was conducted an international congress, and at Crown Plaza 2005. Then after that, I left my job from the Dubai, and I remaining in the Dubai, in Calicut, my hometown, comfortably sitting. Now I am doing a practice myself, and I'm conducting a small hospital with the research work. And here, even then, I'm visiting Dubai once in a while due to the request of some of the papers. They are sending tickets and compliments and everything. So I'm coming there and practicing, giving them advice to practice, give the medicines for them, and I'm coming back. This is my history. But homeopathy is a talented system of medicines. Nobody can defeat it. Now, in this pandemic year, the COVID, we are doing wonders in the India and Kerala. We are giving the medicines. As it was promoted from the Dubai itself, one of my lover of homeopathy. And now we have started giving the medicines a trio medicines, arsenicol, phosphorus, and tubocalum. Now the research is going on at the Kanyakumari College by Dr. Ravi M. Nair. He was the patron of that one. Anyway, that also we are giving it thousands of people. Nobody has got the COVID. But even then, the government is not giving a patronage to the propagation of homeopathy. So we are agitated this one. Anyway, the public is saying, the public is giving the embracement of homeopathy. That's well and good. So I think that homeopathy is given to the Dr. Hahnemann as a God gift. It's a God gift because he was found in the homeopathy as a accidentally found, but he was wrote all the rules and regulations of the administration and proving and everything within the time of 6 years only. So it's a magic man. He's a magic man. He was the knowledge of the so many languages. You know, Arabic in homeopathy, they're telling Adabiyatul al-Masaliya. That's a word of the homeopathy in Arabic. Adabiyatul al-Masaliya. It was given me the Salam Mubarak once. But I don't know what Arabic name that time. He was given the name from the dictionary. So this homeopathy is coming up any extent. No doubt at all. But it's the truth. Homeopathy having the truth, nothing but truth. It's a scientific, always scientific, but everybody is suspecting that it's not scientific. But it is a only scientific medicine in the world. Others are the things. So I'm not talking much because around the time is 2.5 minutes. It's over. Thank you so much. And with a prayer,
Thank you.
I'm ready. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your views. Thank you, Dr. Seif. Our next speaker was supposed to be Madam Amina. I would just like to say a few words of appreciation for her, and then Dr. Mohammad Kamil will talk to us. Madam Amina is the director of Lotus Alternative Medical Center and has made a huge contribution in the field of complementary medicine in UAE. For the first time in history of the region, she organized Sheikh Zayed International Awards for Excellence in Complementary Medicine. We are honored to have with us Dr. Mohammad Kamil, who is an eminent scientist in Sheikh Zayed, was an eminent scientist in Sheikh Zayed Center, and now is the Director General at Lotus Holistic Center. Dr. Mohammad Kamil, please, would you give us a few pointers on how you would see as homeopathy and what was your opinion and or how we should go forward in developing this pathy in this region? Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. So kind of you for the nice introduction. Actually, fortunately or unfortunately, in the beginning, I have started with the speech of Madam Amina. However, actually, as discussed by our previous speakers, that homeopath was recognized by the Ministry of Health in the year 2001 with the efforts of a lot of people. In Lotus, CCAM was introduced in 1994. And as just now she mentioned that a lot of conferences on homeopathic also have been carried out with the collaboration and cooperation of all the homeopaths of the UAE. I do agree with Dr. Yahab has mentioned that I also wanted to just recall in 1996.
Sorry, can everybody please mute themselves? We can't hear the speakers, it's getting interrupted.
My voice is going or not? Are you able to listen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So when in 1996 I came here, as Dr. Yahab mentioned, I didn't find even a single natural products in the pharmacies of Abu Dhabi, especially because I was here. And I'm sure that in other Emirates also. And now you can see with the efforts of all these people, all your cooperation of the homeopathic people and other branches also, other disciplines, now you can see the pharmacies. It has a separate counter for the whole herbal medicine as homeopathy, Ayurveda, Chinese products, and all the natural products over here. Basically, I don't want to add. In the beginning, I have mentioned many things, so I don't want to repeat it. But actually, it is a combined effort. It needs, as we are doing up till now, we should collaborate and cooperate to extend homeopathic throughout the region, and not only in the region, but throughout the world. This will not be out of place to mention, as just now she mentioned that the first international Shahzad Award was celebrated in the year 1920 on 25th of February. Now the next award, I would like to take this opportunity to announce that the next award in homeopathy and other disciplines will be held, inshallah, on 22nd of February 2022. And for that, I invite and I will send with the emails to all our colleagues. For that, we have the emails, and for those we won't have, I will collect it, inshallah. And in near future, you will get the criteria for the Shahzad International Award in all disciplines, and here especially I mentioned for the homeopathy. So inshallah, as soon as it will be posted to all of you through emails. So with these words, I would like to take your leave, and it's really pleasure for me to be here at this anniversary. And I really congratulate that it is being celebrated with the full devotion, dedication, and with full honor. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Mohammad Kamil, for your very interesting talk. Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Dr. Saifullah Adamji. I don't think Dr. Saifullah needs any introduction. We have all seen him, or most of us have seen him sitting on the other side of table before we get our license to practice. Dr. Saifullah has seen the development of homeopathy in the Middle East as an insider with the Ministry of Health UAE, and is now with the Sharjah Health Authority. He has been a member of many committees advising the government on future plans. And we invite him to share his views and as to how he sees homeopathy developing and how he would like to see it developing in this country. Dr. Saifullah, please.
Hello. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone listen?
Yes, Dr. Saifullah, we
Yes.
can hear you.
First of all, I'd like to congratulate all my TCAM, in fact, all my homeo colleagues and all that, for celebrating the birthday of our master. Okay. Without his devotion, without his thinking, without his future vision, probably we would not have been all sitting together. Okay, so all credit goes to Master Samuel Hahnemann. Okay, having said this, what I can say more, when I have the masters in front of me, the Dr. Ismail Seif and Dr. Sajjad. Okay, both are my seniors and both have much more experienced. Okay, and in fact, they have done the more excellent job than me. I have just carried on the string where the Sasan had left from there. Okay, I just did the job of something, taking like a book from this shelf to the other shelf. That's all. Because what I feel, if it was not Sasan, we would not have been here. I would always say, I would always remain like, thankful to him and thankful to Dr. Ismail Seif and others as well, those who contributed immensely in the starting when they suffered. I remember in 2002 when I came to write the exams. Okay, I was astonished to see when I came first time when I landed in the Ministry of Health. I asked someone in the entrance, what is the Department of Homeopathy or something like that. So the guy who was sitting in fact at the desk itself in ministry was not aware of it, what actually homeopathy is. Then I had to say in Tibbul Badil, which is something alternative medicine, the word for the Arabic Tibbul Badil. So then he understood and directed me to the Sasan. And then the story goes on. I was I practiced till 2007, and then when Sasan left, uh, I was appointed and I took it over from him. From that moment till last November, I was till October, I was there with the Ministry of Health. And as you all know, that with all your support, whatever possible way we could do, we all together we could do as a team to propagate homeopathy and other system of medicine. We have done it. Okay. Now it's up to the present homeopath batch who are practicing very actively in UAE to look after the progress of the homeopathy, not only in the UAE, but in the region itself. Yeah. We have Dr. Deepak from the Oman and all that. Of course, he's been taking care of the homeopathy, and Dr. Naeem also in Muscat, where they are doing excellent job. Very soon, before I left ministry, because of the COVID and all situation, there was a meeting with the Saudi authorities about the starting of TCAM services, which of course they have been trying to do it since long time, but haven't been able to get the act together. Uh, there are around 7 homeopaths who have already started practicing in Saudi Arabia, but the problem is of the medicines which they are facing it, what I heard. So of course it's a huge market for Dr. Sasan for Ultra Pharma, okay, and others as well. I would like to take very strong point about I feel very good that when Dr. Ihab raised the topic of propagation of homeopathy in the non-Asian community about living apart Indian Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, and some of the communities which they know homeopathy. The problem with us, with me also, I would say, in fact, as a homeopath as well, when I have in UAE as a local culture, as a local language of Arabic, I don't want to learn. To be very frank, it is a something kind of a taboo or something kind of like I think that if I learn Arabic, I might shift my culture, my thinking would go away. Yeah. So this has been very prevalent amongst us here. Even I, till today, even my Arabic is weak. I could able to manage it after a long practice, working in. Long time working in Ministry of Health, and then with all my Arab colleagues, I could able to manage, and I was able to explain what homeopathy and what the other thing. But as a homeopath or as an other practitioner, TCAM practitioner, I would say it's our what I could say is a problem for us in thinking or mentality where we don't want to learn the language, because the language is a major barrier which I have felt to make them understand. Even though the 99% of the population of UAE speaks English, even the Arabs, the Emiratis, they do speak English and understand. But at the same time, if you talk to them in their own local language, they would be able to understand much more and take the treatment to the other level. And so this is okay up till the level of UAE is concerned. But when you travel to the other countries like Saudi and Kuwait and all that, where the Arab culture is more dominant, the language is more dominant, Arabic language, you need to speak Arabic to make them understand. Only it's not the job of Dr. Ihab or Dr. Nadal Sheikh to do this kind of thing. At least to a certain level of basic knowledge should be there to make it more propagate in the other communities. Yeah, of course, there are some other communities, as he mentioned, Filipino and other nationalities, where also Russians and all that, where we can take our science to them as well. Yeah, this is part one. Part two, award from the government side. Uh, it's also unfortunate thing that we were not able to start or initiate any kind of project in terms of education where a university or college or some kind of thing could have been started. Okay, but some people did try it. Some private university did try to have this kind of share. Even I know Madam Amina was interested to start off the TCAM University in Abu Dhabi or in Dubai. uh, there are so many still, even like before I was leaving the ministry, there was a proposal also from some of the one local guy in Dubai. He's a very uh, uh, kind of very generous and very powerful man. He was also asking me whether it would be possible to start up such kind of services, such kind of at the education level or not. uh, so I told him the difficulties what I face. Probably Dr. Sasan also can highlight this much more on this thing, where he also might have come across such kind of situations. Yeah. So my aim is just not to leave the homeopathy or the TCAM, even though I have left the ministry. I'm yet still in the government of Sharjah and looking after in the Sharjah Health Authority about the medical policies general, apart from the TCAM also. But still, I'm yet connected with the National Committee of the PQR and still an active member in that. So I'm trying to propagate, push, pull, or whatever is possible from my side till this date. And I hope that the trend continues. My fellow homeopaths would look into it, that they were trying to propagate the homeopathy in the right way. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot. Okay. Wish you all the best, everyone, and wish our masters happy birthday once again. Thank you very much. Okay. And I hope that Dr. Ismail Seth and Dr. Sasan would continue to patronize us in future also. Okay. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Saifullah. Thank you. Dr. Sasan, I have saved you for the last because your contribution to homeopathy in UAE has been infinite. As Dr. Saifullah said, if Dr. Sasan was not there, none of us would be here. And which is really very true. At first, in the Ministry of Health, you were sowing the seeds of homeopathy and then nurturing it to allow it to flower in its present form, where we as bees are getting the nourishment from it and are getting all the benefits from it. On behalf of all the homeopaths of UAE, I would like to thank you for your immense support and guidance and for mentoring us through our novice efforts in promoting and celebrating homeopathy here. We look forward to a few words from you. Yes, Dr. Saifullah, I think Dr. Saifullah wants
Sorry,
to say
I would miss one more point. We should not be forgetting the contribution of Dr. Wafa Hussaini also, where she is still a member of the PQR TCAM committee, and Dr. Mohammad Kamil also is still a member, very active member of the TCAM committee, and Dr. Mohammad Fahmi also we should not be forgetting, where he has lent a support for us, in the past. So my heart even goes for Dr. Wafa Hussaini also, where she had taken over as head of the TCAM when Dr. Sasan left, and of course I barged in after that. Okay, so still, I would like to say thank you to Dr. Wafa Hussaini as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Sasan, please.
Yeah, first of all, honestly, it is such an amazing event. Every time we have such gatherings, it's exciting, it's invigorating, it is encouraging, it is motivating. Whatever positive terms comes to your mind, I feel that it's full of energy. And of course, we can never credit one person or even few person for the success, because I always said, and I'm continuing saying, the credit goes to one individual, every individual of you who has been serving the people in this country, who have been, assisting, integrating homeopathy for better healthcare. So honestly, the credit goes to each one of you, all the wonderful doctors, who passed a very difficult exam, who really took up the challenge to start practicing in a new country. And I cannot say more than that, really. For me, it was, I don't know, we say in Arabic, taqdeer. Yeah, what is that in Hindi? Say that kismat. It was a kismat. It was a nasib that
Takdir,
nasib.
Takdir, let me say. Yeah.
Takdir.
Yeah.
So that I got introduced to homeopathy in India, and then that's how my life path. I was going to actually preparing myself for medical college. I was going to get admission there, but something happened that I got introduced to homeopathy, and all my path changed towards homeopathy. And now that in hindsight, when I look at it, if that person, Dr. Ismail, had not made problem for you to leave Ministry of Health, as you said, we don't want to name him, he may be around. If you hadn't left, I wouldn't get a vacancy to come in your place, because it was, I think, 1991. Yes, Dr. Ismail, that you left?
Yes, sir.
because I joined April, what happens, I went to Ministry of Health to apply for the job. And they said, what is homeopathy? We don't know what is homeopathy. You know, your degree, we don't understand. And then I went to undersecretary and said, oh, we have a vacancy in a private institution, which is under the aegis of, you know, His Highness, the President. We had one doctor, he's not there. We can give the vacancy to you. So Dr. Ismail had already prepared everything for me. So I went to his room and I continued there. But the fight took 10 years because from 1991 to 2001, you know, to start, you know, building the preparation for homeopathy. So that was the time which was very exciting, very amazing. A lot of work had to be done. A lot of, you know, convincing had to be done because, you know, starting a new pathy in a fast developing country, which its aim is to go into tertiary care, big hospitals, you know, research. So to start something which is alternative, really, again, I give credit to my seniors in Ministry of Health who took the leap of faith, you know, to approve our proposition to start homeopathic medicine. So as we see, so many players, so many, you know, people have come together for this to happen. It was not, you know, sudden, you know, chamatkar. No, it has taken sweat, it has taken studies, it has taken convincing people, it has taken networking. And even for medicine, honestly, God bless his soul, Peter Fisher really helped us because we had to, you know, involve people, researchers, so that we don't fall into the problem which Saudi Arabia is facing now. I remember when we wanted to start homeopathy, they told me, okay, it's a chicken and egg story. If you have doctors and if you don't have medicine, what they will do is what happened to Saudi Arabia now. They have 7 doctors and there are no medicines. And if you want to introduce medicines in the beginning and there are no practitioners, nobody would do that. So this, you know, this stepping and this, the whole story, how it started is so fascinating. Sometimes maybe if I get time, we have to start writing a small booklet or something, the story of homeopathy in UAE, and even mentioning each one of you, how each one of you have contributed to the progress of homeopathy, you know, in this country. And UAE has become a role model, honestly. I mean, yes, Oman has its own story. Dr. Deepak can talk about it. Bahrain has its own story. You know, all these countries have the story, but for us also it has been amazing. Going back to the question which Dr. Vanita had asked me to give a, you know, what is my vision or how I see homeopathy in 10 years from now. Honestly, it's the same thing. My vision is an integrated medicine. I don't think there is a medical contradiction between allopathy and homeopathy. At the end of the day, our aim, our purpose is to build better immunity, to, you know, to prevent diseases and to have happier, you know, people. People would be happy if they're pain-free. People would be happy if, you know, they don't have to spend, you know, thousands of dirham for taking, you know, care of a simple, you know, health condition. So I envision if in 10 years time, really that it is the same dream that I had maybe 20 years ago, that homeopathy would be an established, integrated, you know, system, which is already there, but perhaps maybe more homeopathic doctors, more options, and more treatments. And at the same time, we would be open to all the other pathies. Ayurveda has an amazing contribution. Chinese medicine has an amazing contribution. Allopathic medicine has had amazing contribution. We should not negate what allopathic medicine has done. And I think this has been very clear from day one when we have been talking about this integrated approach, integrative medicine is honestly what I'm dreaming of. And thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. Thank you very much, friends.
Thank you. Thank you. And I would like to thank all. I would like to thank all our panelists for being with us and joining with us. Sorry, I had to rush you, but we still have a whole program ahead and I think everybody is waiting to go forward. I would like to now invite one representative from each of the Emirates who will just give us their view of how they would like. Please try to keep it short. Though I've told you 1 minute, but I would appreciate if you can make it 45 seconds. I know everybody's waiting for the cultural program to start. So let us start with our representatives from the Emirates. We will first start with Dr. Bindu Nair from Abu Dhabi. Dr. Ritu, can you please unmute Dr. Bindu Nair? Yes, Dr. Bindu, welcome.
Hello.
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 Yeah, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Respected doctors and my dear friends, heartiest wishes to one and all on this momentous day. I'm really honored to have an opportunity to speak on behalf of homeopaths of Abu Dhabi regarding this event. Of course, practicing homeopathy for the past 20 years in Ahalya Hospital, what I can say is I have watched kids whom I have treated return with their children now, and hearing them recollect how homeopathy has helped to change their lives. This has been a rewarding aspect of my career. I would like to express my gratitude to the public who have believed in homeopathy, supported the system of medicine, and also a special thanks to Dr. Ismail Seif, my teacher, and Dr. Sajjad, who has helped establish a successful practice in homeopathy, UAE. Regarding this COVID-19 time have been a little challenging for all of us, including the homeopathic practitioners. And I pray that we all will overcome this difficult time. Thank you all and wishing you all a success in the career. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Bindu. Thank you so much. Thank you. Our next speaker is Dr. Zubair. Dr. Zubair is representing the homeopaths of Dubai. Dr. Zubair, please welcome to the forum. Thank you.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, all of you. A happy and homeopathy day wishes to all of you, my dear friends. First of all, I just want to thank Dr. Ritu and Vanita, who is organizing the event, for giving me a chance to address on behalf of Dubai doctors.
Dr. Zubair, please unmute yourself again.
Yeah. Can you hear?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
From 2003 onwards, I'm practicing in UAE. Started in Dera in 2003, 2004 onwards in Karama, I'm practicing. And I would like to express my thoughts regarding the current status, the scope, challenges, and how to overcome that. We know the current Ministry of Health examinations are going on, thank God. Even though Dr. Seif left, it is still, I know, is going on well. And DHA and other Emirates, they are considering still Ministry of Health evaluation as the board to accept the license. In my opinion, the scope of homeopathy in this region, in UAE, still in good demand. I see very good inquiries from different nationalities, in Arabs, locals, and many other nationalities I could see. Since I have a independent practice, I can see the response from different nationals. If we know how to prescribe a right remedy in right potency with confidence, all homeopaths can be successful, and by this way, homeopathy will flourish in this country, of course. All of us has to work hard to become a successful prescriber by having a case discussions and interactive study. Even though we become a good prescriber, after repertorization, after individualization, we find a good remedy to prescribe. Unfortunately, most of the doctors might be finding difficulty to prescribe that medicine. Ultimately, they have to go to the medicine which is available in the pharmacies. That will definitely affect a hard work to get the right medicine, the potency and all. Therefore, my request is, we have to request to our medicine distributors. One of the distributor is with us, Dr. Zasan, and there are Lotus and Vitalis is there. So many. These distributors, otherwise we have to find out also the people are good companies who can promote homeopathic medicine, different potencies in different pharmacies. That will help to prescribe the right medicine. Even though we got the right remedy, we don't have access to use it. Therefore, that is one of my requests I want to present to this great day. And same time, we know all the medicinal, all the practice is now becoming insurance oriented. We have to work hard. We have to make a committee. We have to make a group of people who are ready to contribute to meet the insurance authorities, different insurance authorities, to convince the idea of homeopathy, how if they have the data with them, how many patients who are using homeopathy medicine, how much limit they used from their required premium. Like this, once they make a study, they can understand the efficacy of the homeopathy and how economic for the insurance companies.
That's a very good suggestion, Dr. Zubair. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm sorry,
one more query, one more point I want to emphasize. Yes. We'll finish the point. Many clinics, independent clinics are having some issues that also can be addressed in future. And how to overcome the challenge, that then only I'll be finishing the point. How to overcome. One of a suggestion I want to put forward is, we have done a trial for that. Why can't we have an association? Our individual clinic or individual doctors' voice will not reach the concerned authorities. Therefore, we have to be united as a collective effort. We have to make an association which can be registered legally in this country. Before we have tried for a lot, but still we can able to try once again. Once it is a legalized association, we can able to promote homeopathy. We can able to reach to the authorities of the Health Authority or Ministry of Health, conveying the efficacy of the medicine. For example, in COVID.
Dr. Zubair, we can discuss this in our UAE group if you don't mind. Sorry, I have to rush you and I'm cutting you short, but time does not permit.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Thank you for your views. Our next speaker I will call on is Dr. Charushila from Sharjah. Dr. Charu, please join us to give your please. And please keep it short, within 1 minute, please.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Thank you. Yes, thank you.
Hello, good afternoon all, and welcome to Sharjah. It's an honor to talk in front of all of you. Thanks for the opportunity. As we are talking on the vision of homeopathy in UAE, I see more glory and wisdom in our science. Why I am saying so? Because although we are in the very beginning phase or say toddler phase, we have a lot of scope to grow. And we have touched new horizons in the field of homeopathy. I see people are getting slowly aware of our pathy, and I definitely see bright days ahead, because the senior homeopaths have already formed and made our path smooth and easier. There are some hurdles, definitely there are some hurdles, but we will definitely overcome them with our teamwork, and we will soon succeed because we are together. That's the biggest wealth we have. When I started my practice here, I was in little diligent poor. Please bear with my reportorial language regarding the number of patients and what kind of practice I will have. But then I realized, and my awareness was heightened by Team UAE, that the practice in UAE is exclusive too. Why it's so? It's very special. As I was attending all the meets and seminars and webinars here and saw the cases presentations, I was really motivated and mesmerized to see that our homeopaths are treating very rare kind of diseases and complex cases also with such brilliant results. And it was wonderful. although the people are not that aware. I know that non-Asian expatriates are not that much aware of our results or our pathy. But soon the day will come when they will be choosing this pathy as the first choice of treatment. And there will be no doubt that we will be doing a great job. During this pandemic time also, the sharing of knowledge has not stopped, and the whole world was closed, but the channel of knowledge were all opened up through this online medium. And Team UAE was all ahead. And we have arranged wonderful webinars. And today's celebration is the cherry on the top. No wonder. It was a wonderful journey with you all, and I would like to conclude my part by thanking you all and wishing our master a very happy birthday. Thanks. Thank you very much. Thanks for.
Thank you, Dr. Charushila. That was very nice. Thank you. I now invite Dr. Shah Jahan from Alain. Dr. Shah Jahan, can we please have your representation?
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I wish you a very happy World Homeopathic Day. My professor, Dr. Ismail said, a living legend in homeopathy is here, and Dr. Sasan and Dr. Seif and all other dignitaries. Beginning of homeopathy, start of homeopathy in UAE, we heard a lot of a very good lecture from Dr. Sasan and Dr. Ismail said. And now it's our turn to propagate homeopathy more. For that, Dr. Saifullah already explained the main hurdle is to communicate with the local population of this country. For that, definitely we need to improve our language, our proficiency in Arabic language in order to make our communication easier with the local population. Through that only we can reach to this local population. That's a very important point, and I am giving emphasis to that. In addition to that, it's our duty to propagate homeopathy. For that, we have to make understand even right from World Health Organization and the health ministry of different nations where homeopathy not yet been recognized. And last but not the least, the general public. For that, we have to continue our team effort to propagate homeopathy through different medias. That's what all I want to share in this beautiful day. We are gathered here to commemorate Dr. Hahnemann on his 266th birthday. Thank you all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Shah Jahan. We have Dr. Rosemary from Fujairah. Dr. Rosemary, please.
Good afternoon, doctors. I'm Dr. Rose from Fujairah. I started my career in 2012. And as you all know, homeopathy became legalized and the licensing for the practitioners started since 2001. And in spite of all the hurdles, we homeopaths in UAE started growing largely, and the homeopathic community and homeopathic system became a common practice in all the Emirates. Many UAE residents like Indians, Pakistanis, Filipinos, Bangladeshis, and even Arabs rely on homeopathic treatment nowadays. Before I started my practice in 2012, people in Fujairah used to travel from Fujairah to Dubai to consult homeopathic doctors. Without a doubt, I can say that it is only because of the trust and belief they kept in homeopathy. This shows that the popularity and the demand of the homeopathy is increasing in every year. But on the other hand, there are many doctors who hesitate to come forward for legalized practice. So in my opinion, doctors should come forward for legalized practice. We homeopath can do much more. We can do much more in future. So in short, we are strong, but together we are more stronger. And thank you for the opportunity, and wish you a very happy homeopathic day.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Rose. Thank you. Much appreciated. So we can move on to the next program. Thank you, Dr. Deepak.
Is my voice audible? Because
Yes, doctor. Yeah, we can see. You're muted.
Ritu,
We can't hear you.
Sorry.
somebody is muting me. Please don't do that. So now I am audible.
Yes.
Okay. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Very good afternoon once again, friends. 26 years back, when we started practicing homeopathy in Oman in 1995, we had a vision to popularize our system here. But let me tell you, it was not so easy. Those were tough initial years, as it was totally a new way of treatment and required a lot of explanations against the judgmental ideas against our science. My vision today, as asked to give, when it has become a treatment of choice today for many, I want to see a homeopathic clinic in every town of every city of Oman, as is the case with UAE today. I ask, what good is a perfect marksman if his quiver is lacking the arrows? My vision here is to have available every homeopathic medicine to make our perfect shots in all cases and help every patient coming to us for help. Another idea which I have is to have a school of homeopathy in this part of the world, not just to teach new students, but also to have courses for practitioners to guide them in handling very difficult cases. We homeopaths have to deal single-handed with all types of patients from head to toe. We treat colds to Alzheimer's, we treat OA to Sjogren's, we treat urticaria to pemphigus, UTIs to renal failure, benign cysts to malignancies. And in most cases, we are consulted when it is a mess, after many treatments are already done. We are supposed to know not only the homeopathic part, but also everything to do with the disease, including the diet, the lifestyle modification, the prognosis prediction. We have to know everything about every disease. The knowledge of the medication the patient is already on, we are supposed to know, and how to withdraw them if the need is. My medical centers dealing in specific sets of diseases. The treatment protocol, although remains the same, but the overloading of mind in knowing all can be avoided this way. Finally, a heartfelt desire I have is to have a central database where we all can share our experiences and knowledge and also contribute to research and development. That's what my vision is. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Deepak. That was an excellent idea, a central database, and also with ideas from Dr. Zubair. And we will all get together, put our thoughts together, and definitely go forward. I think it was an excellent session. I thank you all for participating and being with us. I now call on Dr. Sasan to give the prize for the musical quiz, and then we will move on further. Dr. Sasan, can you please announce the winner for the musical quiz, and then we can move forward?
But I don't know who is the winner.
Dr. Vanita, I think Rosina will give the results at the end.
No, we are giving now.
Dr. Sasan,
yeah,
I'm the winner.
Oh, you're the winner, okay. If I'm supposed to choose.
Dr. Sasan, the results have already been sent to Dr. Ritu. So she will share with you.
Dr. Rosina, you can say the name. You can say
I have sent it to Dr. Sasan. He can check his.
Anyway, we're just going round in circles. Dr. Sasan,
let me check. Just one. Okay.
Yeah.
You do your other things. I will announce the prizes on WhatsApp.
Yes,
okay?
yes, please.
Because you can continue, and then whoever gets it should shout out. Okay, but you continue.
The prizes.
But we are ready with the winner.
Prizes by Dr. Sasan. Gift vouchers, which are on Amazon gift vouchers, which will be sent to you by email So when your name is announced as a winner, please put your email address on the chat box so that Dr. Sasan can email the vouchers to you. Thank you. I think we'll move forward now. Our next
Vanita,
yes.
Dr. Vanita, my email is already there with you.
Okay, so our next program is what we have all been waiting for, is a short play by Dr. Leena, Dr. Tabassum, and Dr. Swati. I will not talk much further on it. I now pass the mic to them. Please take over, Dr. Leena, Dr. Tabassum, and Dr. Swati. Thank you.